पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Chapter 2, verse number 1. संजय उवाच तम तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणं विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः. I repeat it one more time. तम तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणं विषीदन्तम् इदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः. See the meaning. Sanjay said to him, who had been thus filled with pity, whose eyes were filled with tears and showed distress, and who was in miserable state, Madhusudana uttered these words. See the another translation. Sanjay said, Sri Krishna then addressed the following words to Arjuna, who was, as mentioned before, overwhelmed with pity, whose eyes were filled with tears and agitated, and who was full of sorrow. Now we are entering in chapter number 2. Its name is Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya Yoga, Sankhya means the knowledge. Sankhya, knowledge. So in this chapter, knowledge will be described. Sankhya Yoga. This chapter begins with Sanjay. Sanjay was narrating the story of Mahabharata to King Dhritarashtra. In very first chapter, Sanjay was asked by Dhritarashtra about the war of Mahabharata, and he begins the story and he continued. Sanjay said, Tam tatha kripaya vishtam asru purnam kulekshanam. This is the first mantra, first verse of this chapter. In this chapter, in very first mantra, The Arjun is very in deep sorrow state. So Sanjay is describing the condition of Arjun. Look at the Arjun. How Arjun was. He was a very big, miserable condition. So Sanjay said to the Dhritarashtra, in previous verse, in previous chapter, lastly we studied that Arjun said, I do not fight, and he sat down. Having heard that, Dhritarashtra was so excited. Dhritarashtra was so happy. He knew that if Arjun would deny about the fights, the war of the Mahabharata would not be happen. Automatically, my son would get the entire kingdom. So Dhritarashtra was so excited, so happy. He want to know what happened then, what happened then, what happened then. Sanjay said, Tam tatha kripaya vishta. Tatha means thus. In that condition, the condition of Arjun's was kripaya vishtam. See very, very clearly. Sanjay says, okay, the Arjun was overwhelmed by the pity. Arjun was overwhelmed by the pity, by the compassion. Avesha. Avesha means something which has come for some time. There are two types things with us. Some things are very deep rooted, and some things are very, very shallow levels. Some things had come for some time, like your anger. Anger comes you and goes after some time. So anger is not your nature. You cannot be angry all the time. You cannot be angry all the time. You can remain in the peace all the time because peace is your nature. Anger is not your nature. Anger comes and goes. Greed comes and goes. Everything comes and goes. It means this is not your nature. So avesh. Avesh means something has come. It will remain some time and it will go. This is not nature of yours. So Sanjay says, Kripaya Vishtam Avis. In modern world, we use the word like split personality disorder. The same person behaves very different way. The same person sometimes looks very calm, very quiet. And another moment, he becomes very restless, very angry, very aggressive. Person is the same, but personality is different. In same person, personality comes and goes. Existence is the same. So Arjun is Kripaya Vishtah. Sanjay says, okay. In Arjun, the feeling of the compassion has come. Kripaya Vishta. This is not nature of the Arjuna. Arjun was a warrior. a fighter who had fought many wars, many fightings, and won. He had killed so many people because this was his duty. So he did it. But in this war, in the war of the Mahabharata, Kripaya Vishtaha, Sanjay says, the Kripa, the feeling of the compassionate, he becomes so compassionate. Kripaya Vishtaha. But this nature is not Arjun's real nature. Vishta. It is like a person is under influence of something. Influence of the alcohol, influence of another personality. Anything can be happened. But this is not his nature. So Arjun's nature is not compassionate. But now Sanjay said, Tam Tatha Kripaya Vishtaha. In this time, the feeling of the compassionate, Arjun overblamed. Another word is Asru Purnaha. And because of this compassion, feeling of the compassion, he was regretting. He was thinking, why do I do this? I should not do that. I should not kill my own people. And why I am doing such. So his Asru Purna Kulekshanam. Because of this compassion, his eyes were filled with tears. Kulekshanam. And because of tears, the tears were continuously flowing from his eyes. So that is why his vision was not clear. He was restless. So see the condition of Arjun. Arjun was in deep miserable condition. In body level, in sense organs level, and even mind level. Both levels, he was so in miserable condition. He was restlessness. He was feeling so pity. He was feeling so guilty without doing anything. This is a symptom of the depression. These are the symptoms of the ignorance. These are the symptoms of the delusion, imagination. Yet, Arjun has not done anything. But he was feeling so guilty. He was almost crying. Kulekshanam. So he was restless. Visidantam midam vakyam. And subsequently, he was in a state of total misery. He was visidantam. He was crying. He was feeling so bad. So this is the condition of Arjun. In first mantra, in second chapter, the situation, the mental condition of the Arjun is being described by the Sanjay. Visidantam idam vakyam. So this is the condition of Arjun. Arjun was so in miserable condition, so state. And luckily, fortunately, he had company of Lord Sri Krishna. Fortunately, Arjun got company of Lord Krishna. And see, another aspect is, no matter where you are, anytime, anywhere, ignorance, delusion can attack you. No one is safe. So be careful. Always, every time, must be careful. Arjun is sitting with the God. Arjun is sitting very close to the God. But see, apart from that condition, the sorrow attacked to the Arjun. Fortunately, Lord was there. Madhusudana idam vakyam uvacha Madhusudana. And Lord started saying Arjun. Madhusudana. Madhusudana is the name of the Lord Krishna. And here in this context, this name has its own meaning. Madhusudana means, Madhu means the attachment. Madhu means sweet. And we always are attached to the sweet. Not just eating for sweet. Every sweet, every kind sweet we love. And whatever we love, we call it a sweet. Whatever we love, that is sweet. Madhusudana means the one who has killed attachment. Madhusudana means the one who has no distinction. Madhusudana. So Arjun was in miserable condition, and our Lord Sri Krishna saw this miserable condition of Arjun and started giving address to the Arjun. Now, number 2. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kutastva Kasamalamidam Vishame Samupasthitam Anarya Justam Aswargyam Akirti Karamarjunaha. I repeat one more time. Kutastva Kasamalamidam Vishame Samupasthitam Anarya Justam Aswargyam Akirti Karamarjunaha. See the translation. The Lord said, "Hence comes on you this despondency, O Arjun, in this crisis. It is unfit for a noble person. It is disgraceful and it obstructs one's attainment of heaven." See the translation another way. Bhagavan said, "Arjun, how has this infatuation overtaken you at this critical hours? It is a shunned by the noble souls, neither will it bring heaven nor fame to you." Sri Bhagavan Uvach. We call Bhagavad-Gita. Gita means the song. Bhagavad-Gita means the song which was sang by the God. Sri Bhagavan Uvach. Bhagavan means what? So see, in our scriptures, there is a definition of the Bhagavan. I am telling to you a very beautiful definition of the Bhagavan, Lord, God. Utpattim cha vinasam cha bhutanam agatim gatim vetti vidyam avidyam cha savachyo bhagavan iti. Question was asked, who is the Bhagavan? Who is the God? What is the definition of the God? So here is a definition. One is Utpattim cha vinasam cha. One who knows the creation and who knows the destruction. And one who knows all about the beings. The knower of the knowledge and knower of the ignorance, we call it Bhagavan. Now let's understand something about this mantra. Utpattim cha vinasam cha. Bhagavan means the knows who knows about everything about the creation. This is the difference between us and the God. We do not know about our own birth. When I was very young, I did so many mischiefs, but now I forget. When I was very young, I did so, but now I don't remember. We do not know about our birth, but God knows. We do not know about our destruction, but God knows. Utpattim cha pralayam cha. Utpattim, the creation of the universe. We don't know. We are trying to know always how this universe has come into existence. We are trying to know how it will be going to destruction. But God knows. Utpattim cha vinasam cha. Utpatti means the creation. Creation of the universe. Because creation is an activity. Creation is an action. And action cannot be happen without any actor. Action needs there's somebody before do that. Utpatti means creation. So before creation, there must be creator. If there is no creator, creation cannot be happen, cannot be possible. So it means the one who exists before the creation. And vinasam cha, the one who will remain after destruction. Bhutanam agatim gatim, and the knower of the all beings, everything. In our previous life, we have done so many good and bad things. In our previous life, in this life, we have done and we have been doing many activity, many actions, good and bad, and we forget. But God knows. Every small activity, every small action, even every small thought process, God knows. Bhutanam agatim gatihi. And vetti vidyam cha. And the knower of the knowledge knower of the knowledge. Like we can say, I know how to write. So knowledge of the writing, I know that. I can write, I can read, I can speak. And so God knows Vidyam and Avidyam, ignorance. God knows ignorance. Ignorance Maya, Avidya. And we don't know our ignorance. This is the very difficult. Knowing knowledge is easy. I know that, I know this. But knowing ignorance is very difficult. So scriptures are saying, Sa vachyo Bhagavan nitihi. This is the definition of the Bhagavan. Sri Bhagavan uvacha. Now, Lord has entered in Bhagavad Gita. Sri Bhagavan uvacha. Sri Bhagavan said. And remember one more thing. The speaker of Gita is the Bhagavan. Pure consciousness. Pure consciousness, Bhagavan. The real form of the gods. So now see, Bhagavan said to the Arjun, Kutastva kasamalamidam visame samupastitam. Lord Sri Krishna said, O Arjun, this kasamal, O Arjun, how has this infatuation overtaken to you? The very beautiful word is kasma. In Sanskrit, mal means the dirt. You can say that sin, bad things. These are the kasma. And they makes you miserable. They makes you unsatisfied. We are miserable because of our kasma, because of our sin. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, Kutastva kasamalamidam visame samupasthitam. This kasma, this agitation, this delusion, how, ways have come to you? It is not proper way. It is not proper place. See, sometimes to show the unhappiness, miserable state is not bad. Sometimes it looks like good. Sometimes laughing is good. Sometimes crying is also good. The timing should be properly good. Laughing also good, crying also good. But timing is the most important. So Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, this is the battlefield. War is ready. Everything has done. In this time, this delusion is not good for you. Kutastva kasamalamidam visame samupastitam. Visame, this condition is not good. The timing is bad. Lord Sri Krishna says, crying is good. Tears are also sometimes good. In your eyes, there are tears. Yes, they are good. Sometimes laughing also good. But be careful, timing is most important. Kutastva kasamalamidam vishame samupastitam. Sri Krishna says to Arjun, this time is not for crying. This time is not for regretting. This time is for fighting. 3 words which is very, very important here. We should try to understand. Anarya justam asragyam akirti kar. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, in this battlefield, we are ready to fight. And this time, your crying, your tears is not good. Anarya justam. This is not accepted by noble persons. Noble persons means what? Noble persons means whom you follow, your models, your idols. Lord Sri Krishna will say in Gita, Yad acharati srishtaha tat devo tarujana. Whom we have faith. We want to follow them. How they eat, what they eat, how they talk, what type thought they are creating. So we always trying to follow them. These are the noble people. Anarya justam. So Sri Krishna says, this condition not accepted by noble persons. Aswaragyam. And second one is, this will not lead you to the happiness. Swarga means heaven. Swarga means the one who can lead you to heaven. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, your this condition will not lead you to happiness. So Swarga means happiness, the condition of the happiness. Let's understand Swargyam. About heaven, there is written, what is heaven? Is it any place or any condition? It is a place like earth, like sun, like moon, Mars. Scriptures are saying no. This is your condition. Your state of living, your state of mental. Swarga means the state of happiness. And the happiness, what kind of happiness? We feel happiness every day. Are we in heaven? So no, there is some differences. Heaven means what? See, happiness. What kind of happiness? Absolute happiness. Without break happiness. We become happiness every day. But after some time, misery comes, then happiness comes, then misery comes, then happiness comes. So this circle is continued. This is not the state of heaven. Heaven means your happiness is continued. Happiness, happiness, happiness. There is no other, just only happiness. Abhilaso panitam cha. And for this happiness, you have not to do anything. If we get happiness after doing something, this happiness will finish after some time. So Swarga means happiness without doing anything. Just think. Avilasopanitam cha. You think and happiness comes. You think to be happy, and immediately, without any delay, happiness comes. So, Swarga means the state where you are always happy. I repeat it. Swargyam, Lord Sri Krishna says, this condition will not lead you happiness. Your condition will not take you to the heaven, to the happiness. It will take you to miserable, to hell. Anarya justam aswargyam. What do you think? This condition, the name of the pity, you will go to hell. Avilasopanitam cha aswargyam. And third one is akirtikaram. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, and you will not get even fame. In our scriptures, we call it lokeshna. We want respect. We want appreciation from all over the world. And we do so many things for only the purposes people will respect me. People appreciate me. So we are doing so many things for appreciation. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, this condition will not give you the respect. Now, number third. Klaibyam masagama partha naitat tuyupapadyate chudram hridaya dauravalyam tyakto tishta param tapaha. I repeat it one more time. Klaibyam masmagama partha naitat tuyupapadyate chudram hridaya dauravalyam tyakto tishta param tapaha. See the meaning. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, yield not to impotence. O Arjun, son of Pratha, it does not befit you. Cast off, this means weakness of the heart. Stand up, O scorcher of the foes. See the one more time the meaning. Yield not to unmanliness, Arjuna. This does not become you, shaking off this base faint heartedness. Stand up, O scorcher of enemies. Now Sri Krishna is giving direct instructions to the Arjuna. Klaibyam masagama partha. Arjun, yield not to impotence. Sri Krishna says, Arjun, you are the great warrior. All over the world, people knew that you are the great warrior. No doubt. And you are not weak. You have extremely power. And you showed so many times. But now what has happened to you? So yield not to impotence. Become strong. Take a decision to fight. Naitat upapadyatehe. And this is not fit for you. You are not weak. In Mahabharata, there is a written somewhere Arjun said, in the fight, in the battlefield, I never accept any defeat. I will fight without fear. In battlefield, there is no fear for me. In battlefield, there is no compassion into me. I am always ready to do my duties. Krishna is reminding the point. Kutas kalaibyam masagama partha. O Parth, O Arjun, this is not fit for you. Sutram hradaya dauravalyam. Lord Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, Chudram hradaya dauravalyam. Chudram is the limitless, limited, weakness. Hridaya dauravalyam. In your heart, there are so many thoughts. Like, Bhishma is my grandfather. Dronacharya is my master. I should not kill them. This is your hridaya dauravalyam. Daur means weakness. In your heart, there are so many weaknesses. This is not compassion. Sri Krishna says, Arjun, understand the difference between the weakness and compassion. There is a difference between compassion and weakness. Weakness means you are fearful. And compassion means you don't want to make someone fearful. Bhishma is not fearful. He is ready to fight. So let's understand the difference between the compassion and weakness. Arjun, you are fearful. You are fearful. It means you are fearful. It means you are weak. You are fearful because you are weak. This is not fearful. So see the difference. If you are fearful, then this is your weakness. And if you try to make someone fearless, this is the compassion. And see the Bhishma, see the Dronacharya. They are not fearful. They are ready to fight. Sri Krishna makes difference. Sutram hridaya dauravalyam. So Sri Krishna says, Arjun, this is not your compassion. This is your weakness. If Bhishma would be in fear, then you can say, I will not kill the Bhishma. But Bhishma is ready to fight. Dronacharya is ready to fight. And they are very carefully know that what result would come in the fighting. So Krishna makes difference to Arjun. Oh Arjun, see, Bhishma is not fearful. Dronacharya is not fearful. Ashwatthama is not fearful. Anybody is not fearful. Only you are the fearful. It means this is your weakness. This is not compassion. Sutram hridaya dauravalyam. So you have to renounce this weakness. This is not compassion. Sutram hridaya dauravalyam. This is the weakness of your heart. Sri Krishna makes very clearly this point. He said, O Arjun, this is your weakness. And this weakness, you have to remove it. You have to overcome from this weakness. And Tishto Uttishta Parantapa, stand up. Get ready for fighting. So thus Lord Sri Krishna said to the Arjun. See, in 2 verses, Lord Sri Krishna made directly instructions to Arjun. to fight it. Oh, Arjun, stand up, Uttishta, and fight. This was the instruction for the Arjun. But see, then what happened? Arjun uvacha katham bhisma maham sankhe dronam cha madhusudanah isubhi pratiyotsyami pujaraha varishudanah. I repeat one more time. Katham bhisma maham sankhe dronam cha madhusudanah isubhi pratiyotsyami pujaraha varishudanah. See the translation. Arjun said, O Madhusudan, O destroyer of enemies, how can I fight with arrows in battle against Bhisma and Drona, who are worthy of adoration? See the one more time the translation. Arjun said, O Krishna, how shall I fight Bhisma and Drona with arrow on the battlefield? They are worthy of deepest reverence, O destroyer of foes. See, just remember the character of Arjun and just remember the friendship Arjun and Krishna. Arjun and Krishna were not two, they were one. In Mahabharata, there is written, Krishnasya Atma Dhananjaya. Dhananjaya, the Arjun, is the soul of the Krishna. In Mahabharata, it is said. And Dhananjaya, Arjun's soul is Krishna. Krishna is Arjun's soul. Arjun is Krishna's soul. They both are one. Arjun was blind followers of Lord Sri Krishna. He never thought without Krishna. Arjun has no any existence separate from the Krishna. His body, his thought, everything is along with Krishna. Without Krishna, Arjun has no existence. Always. It is written in Bhagavatam when Krishna went to his lok and Arjun was defeated by very few tribals. Arjun was defeated by very few group of tribals. Then he realized, I am nothing without Krishna. Krishna is my soul. So Arjun and Krishna are not different. They were one. Arjun never asked any question to Krishna. If Krishna says, Arjun, this is the day, Arjun would say, yes, Krishna, this is the day. If Krishna will say, Arjun, this is night, he would say, yes, this is the night. No question. But see here. Here what happened? Krishna is saying, oh Arjun, stand up and fight. And see what Arjun is saying. He is saying that, oh Krishna, katham bhisma maham sankhe dronam cha madhusudanah isuhi pratiyotsyami pujaraha varishudanah. He says, oh Krishna, how can I fight with this? He started questioning. Krishna, this is not possible and this is not good. Indirectly, Arjun is blaming to Krishna. Indirectly, Arjuna is blaming to Krishna. Oh Krishna, what are you saying? Are you out of mind? What are you saying? You are saying that I should kill the Bhishma. But this is not good. Oh Krishna, katham Bhishma maham sankhe dronam cha madhusudana. Oh Madhusudan. Oh Krishna, according to you, I should kill Bhishma. According to you, I should destroy the Dronacharya and my all people. What are you saying? This is not good. Katham, how can I kill the Bhishma? How can I kill the Dronacharya? He should be my arrows. Indirectly, Arjuna is blaming Krishna. You are the doer. You have made such condition. You have created all situations to fight. Arjuna says to Krishna, Var puja raha varishudana. These great personality like Bhishma, like Dronacharya, they should be worshipped. They will be worshipped. They are great personality. They should not be killed. Puja raha varishudana. O Sri Krishna, what are you saying? You are saying I should fight and I should kill them? This is not good. So indirectly, Arjuna not disobeying Krishna, he is blaming to Krishna. You are making such condition. You have made situation to fight. You are the responsible. And Arjuna will continue. Now next. Guru na hatva hi mahanubhavan Shreyo bhoktum bhaikshamapi haloke Hatvartha kamanstu guru nihaiva Bhunjiya bhogan rudhira pradigdhan. See the one more time. Guru na hatva hi mahanubhavan Shreyo bhoktum bhaikshamapi haloke Hatvartha kamanstu guru nihaiva Bhunjiya bhogan rudhira pradigdhan. See the translation. Arjuna says, O Krishna, rather than killing the noble-minded elders, it is better in this world to live even on alms. But by killing the elders, we shall only be enjoying here the pleasure of the wealth and desirable things drenched in blood. See the translation one more time. He says, O Krishna, it is better to live on alms in the world without slaying these noble elders, because even after killing them, we shall after all enjoy only blood-stained pleasure in the form of wealth and hence enjoy sense enjoyments. Arjuna continue. He says, "So Krishna, can you see what will happen if I kill them? Yes, I know I will get. Yes, I know if I kill them, I would get the kingdom." Sri Krishna says, okay, if you don't kill them, then what will happen to you? He says, there's a two way. Think here in this verse, there are two levels of life. One is lifestyle of the king, and another is life of a monk. life of a monk, life of a king. Two types we can live. Like a king, like a monk. Sannyasi or samrat. Sannyasi means the monk, and samrat means a king. In king state of this, whatever you want, you can easily get. You are a king, whatever you want, you can get. And you would be happy because you are a king. Property, wealth, medicine, food, whatever you want, easily you can get. In a state of monk, you do not want anything. Bhaksha means that Viksha. Viksha, whatever comes to you, you are not interested. Bhaksha means whatever comes to you without any invitation, you just accept. Our purpose is to be happy. The only purpose is to be happy. And there are two ways. The way of the king or way of the sannyasi. As a king, you can get anything to be happy. It is a matter different. You would be happy, you may not. Another way is life as a sannyasi, as a monk. Whatever comes. In this state, your faith is in the God. In a state of king, your faith is your power. As a king, you believe in your power, your energy, your military, your people. But state of the sannyasi, you believe in the God. Whatever God will do, whatever God will do, it will do good. So king, the life of the king and life of the sannyasi. There are only two ways to live the life happily. Guruna hatva hi mahanubhavan sreyo bhuktum bhaikyamapi haloki. He says, if I would kill the noble people, I will get the kingdom. But this kingdom is totally blood-stained. When I get the crown, immediately thought will come in my mind. This crown is because I have killed the beast. Whenever I would get a mahal, a palace, immediately thought will strike in my mind, I got this palace because I killed my guru. So always, whenever I will get anything, any object, immediately thought will strike my mind, this is because I killed someone. So Krishna, I do not want to this kind worldly objects. Even I want to live life of a monk. Bhaksha. Bhaksha means whatever comes, yes. And Arjuna had two kind of experiences. He was a king and he was a monk. He had lived two lives. So Arjuna had experiences of two lives. That is why he is saying to Krishna, oh Krishna, I would like to be monk rather than to kill this man Dronacharya. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Puna Puna. Isharo Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato